Hello world, my name is Silva Draconis and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club, the game where it used to be a lovely dating sim and now everything has gone horribly wrong. Now in the last episode we started going forward in a new game, this time with Sayori deleted, instead of just deleting our first run file and starting over and trying to get a better ending. I want to see how deep this game goes, how messed up it can get, as it were. But before that, I do have another thing to show you guys. If I just pull this up without it going horribly. Boink. Okay. Okay. So, right now, I am back in the files for the game. And first thing I noticed that I forgot to look in last time was you go into the characters, and it shows all the characters, and literally, Sayori has been deleted. Like, Sayori is no longer in this list. She used to be, I know, because I glanced over it briefly. Sayori is no longer in that list. And then, there is a new thing called Can You Hear Me? Which I do have right here. If you just give me a moment. Sorry, I'm double, triple checking when I'm bouncing back and forth between things, if they're recording properly, because I know the first time I started doing all this, it messed up. So, this popped up after the last episode that I did, and it's called Can You Hear Me? Oh, I got a hiccup, sorry. And it says, there's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perception, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble hold of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find, into their willpower, starving them all of motivation, desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute shirt. Such deplorable, tangled messes already present in every single one of them. That is why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. So this, I'm assuming this was written by Monica, and I'm using quotation marks here because I don't think Monica is who we think she is. I have a feeling she's some sort of AI entity or something. And it references each of the girls. Sayori for into their willpower, starving them all of motivation and desire. Yuri, into a newly opened gash in their skin, hid only by a cute shirt. And while I don't know precisely what's wrong with Natsuki, I'm assuming Natsuki has an eating disorder of some description based on what says here, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt in comfort food. So I'm assuming that Natsuki has an eating disorder of some description. What it would be, I don't know. But, that is all that there is in the files. So let me just matrix the shit out of this for a second. And there. Okay. So now we are going to go back into the game, and Yuri has already been acting a lot stranger, and there has been glitches happening with blackened text. I don't know what that's from, whether that's from a remnant of Sayori, or some part of their code, or their inner demons coming out. I don't know, but things have gone very wrong. And Yuri is acting a lot more manic. In fact, as I get into the game here, we're supposed to be presenting our poem, and I wrote it for Yuri just to try and play the same path that I did last time to keep some sort of consistency so I can tell what's been different. Because if I went after Natsuki and it did Natsuki's cutscene, I wouldn't know what was different other than the obvious glitches. So I went after Yuri, but Yuri ended up dashing out of the classroom after some sort of breakdown, because the book we were reading was different than last time, and it referenced, like, bloody limbs and shit like that. And when we said, this character reminds me of you, she freaked out and ran out and ended up leaving the classroom. Presumably think we were referencing her cutting, but we hadn't even gotten to that part in the book yet. And I'm assuming, because Monica said she's probably going to be gone for a while, so I'm assuming she went to the bathroom to cut. Because that seems to be another thing, is whatever is wrong with them seems to have intensified, at least with Yuri. Because Yuri was a lot more composed when we last saw her, but it seems like either without Sayori or with the corrupting of the code, things have intensified. And also with Sayori as well, because Sayori wasn't doing well at all, but it seems like after Monica talked to Sayori, shit got way worse way quicker. And even in the poem that she left on the desk, she was like, get out before I listen to what she said to me and stuff like that. So I'm assuming Monica has a much bigger part to play in all this. So let's go show Natsuki. I don't think Natsuki's gonna like our poem because, again, we wrote it for Yuri. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair that I share mine with her first. ... Okay, so she says the same things no matter... Because I was curious how much we wrote it for one person or the another, if it would affect what they said about it. But she is saying the same things. At least so far, until shit glitches out, which I'm certain it will. But they seem to say the same things, no matter what. What harsh... I'm not gonna read all of this again, because we've seen all this, but I'm going slower in case some sort of glitched writing comes up. And I'll start somewhere, blah blah blah. I'm wondering also if it would have actually made a difference if we told Sayori that we loved her. I'm actually really curious about this, or if it would have made another reason for Sayori to kill herself. And if you had gone after Sayori, or like Natsuki or something, would one of the other girls have killed themselves instead of Sayori, or is Sayori always the first to go? That's something that I don't know. Gotta share mine now, knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Okay, so this is the same poem. And so far there's been no glitches in showing her. I guess because we haven't had much to do with Natsuki at all. I suppose Yuri, we were really close to Yuri in the last run, and also in this one. So, I don't know. I don't know what changes, because, again, I've only done this once, so I don't know what accounts as a change, and what accounts as just based, I'm making slightly different choices than last time. Because I know also the first time I wrote a poem, it was kind of all over the place. I had some of Natsuki, Sayori, and Yuri. It wasn't a perfect Yuri poem. So I don't know if Yuri's reaction was simply because I wrote a poem so strongly for her, or if it's because everything's been glitched. I'm assuming it's because everything's been glitched, because it seems like most of the normal story stuff has been the same. But I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But I'm just pointing out all the differences that I notice. Blah, 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 blah. I'm tempted to click through it, but last time I did that, stuff got glitched out. But nothing is really happening with Natsuki. It seems to only be Yuri and Monica, and where Sayori would be. Nothing is really happening with Natsuki, presumably because I don't really... I haven't ever really gotten close to Natsuki, or ever really tried to. At least I assume that. Or maybe something with Natsuki herself, just... I don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that was all the same. And now we gotta show Monica, because we can't even show Yuri, because Yuri left. That has to be intentional. That can't have just been... Yeah, I'm assuming that's normal. Well, that's not normal. That was a glitched thing. Alright, I'm gonna pay attention to Monica, though, because Monica... having a good time so far. Yeah. Since you're new and everything, if you're ever having a suggestion for the club... Yeah, you can stop being a freaking AI mensch deleting everybody. I am also assuming that it is Monica deleting everyone, because it always seems to be centered around the things we can do or with the other three girls. Monica always seems a bit separate. So I'm assuming it's Monica, or quote-unquote Monica. But there are other, like, maybe Monica's just a puppet of somebody else. I don't know. And she's just trying to do her best. I'm not sure, but some of the things she said when we some of the things she said and how she was acting right before we discovered Sayori was really strange, so I am assuming it's Monica. Well, I'm embarrassed today, you know? Blah, blah, blah. That's the same. So it seems like it's the same. As long as you have a majority of one person or the other, you'll get the same reaction. Even if it's not perfect. Presumably, as you progress in the story, it's important to keep it's better to get better and hone in on the style that you want, but it doesn't seem to affect the dialogue that much. At least the dialogue that's the same. I don't know about the glitch stuff. Sometimes it feels like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't feel like that's a bad thing, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. Now that's new, I believe. She spends much time in her own head. That's probably a more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so I won't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Huh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We're still have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. I'm pretty competent. Well, that's because I have to sound competent. Okay, so this is normal. Let's read it then. Hole in a wall. Oh, this is new. Okay, hole in a wall. But this is a continuation of the last one. Because the first hole in a wall talked about someone looking back at her from the hole. And this is a continuation. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. My burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on a flat sheet of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Weird. Okay. I'm trying to figure out... Perhaps the reason she deleted Sayori and she wants to... And she's... I don't know, I have formed theories. Maybe Monica wants us for herself, or maybe she just wants a way out of this game as a whole. And she's trying to get out. I'm not sure. So what do I think? It's very freeform. Okay, so this is all the same. But the poem it wasn't just a different poem, it was a direct continuation from one of the poems that she wrote before. What's the inspiration? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. Yeah. That was what she said last time. I'm wondering... Perhaps she realized that this is all a simulation and she's trying to get out, or perhaps she realized that... I don't know. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway. Monica's writing the tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you tried so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. I'm trying to just dissect everything she says, but I have no idea, really. Okay, so Yuri. So I'm assuming Yuri is just gonna react differently. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lightened. Okay. So she is reacting the same way to our poem, despite it being... Like, this poem was perfect, like Yuri. Honestly. And the last time, the first time I did this, it wasn't. It was mostly Yuri. But it's still the same, reaction. So it seems like as you keep on a theme of who you're going after and keep the majority, the reaction is the same no matter what. Which is good. Because that means I can easily determine what's different and what's not. What kind of writing do I experience I have? Blah, blah, blah. It's not my first time. I'm gonna be honestly. Blah, blah, blah. Yep. Sorry I'm not being very quiet, but I'm trying to read quickly enough that it... I can't talk. I'm trying to read quickly enough that I can get through this faster, but still go slowly enough that I can detect any changes. And I read faster in my head. For example, and start things. I hope everyone goes through valuable feedback. Natsuki could be a bit biased, though. Biased how? Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Never mind. Okay. Because I'm more interested in the overarching story rather than the little interactions like this, because we've gone through this before. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Come on. Get to the poem. Central light illuminating must be this one. Okay, so that's the same. Ghost under the light. Sorry, it has such terrible handwriting. It's fine. Come on. Like the poem, even it's good. I did really like the Ghost under the Light. It's a really good poem. I wish I could have read more of Natsuki's poems as well. Because I'm curious about her style, because I actually haven't read many poems in her style at all. Blah, 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 blah. Come on. I'm so nervous that if I click too fast, I'm gonna miss things, because that's what happened last time. But then again, maybe these sharing poem sessions, there isn't gonna be much glitching. Either way, that's done. I guess that's everyone, except it's not. Sayori's supposed to be here. Glance around the room. A little more stressful than I anticipated, as if everyone's judging me for my writing abilities. Just... Ooh, the weird music is back. I also noticed, I might turn up, the music a little bit. For the most part, it's normal. But there gets to be this part where it turns almost sour. And it gets a little strange. Even if there's just being nice, there's no way for my poems can stand to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Okay, this is the fight. So, Sayori's supposed to come in and try and break them up. So I'm wondering how this is gonna work. For her own frustration, Yuri smiles sadly. Blah, blah, blah. I guess you could say it's fancy. Come on. I'm trying to go slower and keep my eyes peeled for any sort of anything, because it seems like anytime Sayori is meant to be there, things are glitchy and weird. Which makes sense. But I am trying to keep my eye out. Excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't honestly come across something, which I haven't yet. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Ooh, now it's gone quiet. Wasn't there music here last time? Oh, there it is. You're just... No, if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. You know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs managed to grow a little bigger size or a suicidal show. So it's Monica. It's just flat out Monica this time instead of Sayori. Monica has literally replaced Sayori. That's weird. This doesn't involve you. Oh. Oh. What the fuck? I don't know if I should click. I want to see if anything happens. I'm curious. Like, the music is still fucking speeding up and acting all weird. Ooh, it's going fuzzy. Okay. I'm curious to see if anything else is gonna happen. Because everything's gone all weird. Alright, I don't see anything else that's happening. Particularly. It's just zooming in and out. And being fuzzy. Okay. Wannabe edgy bitch. That's new. Oh. That's really new. Edgy. Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate in middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think that you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Be careful or you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, God! Jesus! Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Oh, my God! Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let's overhear everything you really think. I'm sure it'll be head over heels for you after this. Whoa. Just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. How did I get dragged into this? Oh. Okay, so that was the same thing that I said, but it was weird and glitched out. Also, that fight went a lot further. That got into some bad territory. And I'm still gonna say Yuri, because Natsuki, again, did take it too far. And just because I'm choosing the same things I chose last time so I can determine what's different. Hey! Hey! What the fuck? Let me choose it, you bitch! Fuck you! I'm choosing Yuri! Fuck off! No! It's forcing me to choose Natsuki! No! You can't do that! You Monica, you bitch! Hi! Hello! Fuck off! You can fuck right the hell off! I knew it was fucking you! I'm not stupid! You can fuck right the hell off. Alright, but that is going to do it for this episode. In the next episode, we're going to see what Monica has to say. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, let me know. If you didn't, let me know. If you got any tips or tricks or anything you want to see me do, comments down below, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!